Hello, friend. Welcome to part two, I guess, because since we're not doing the pattern prep and the fabric prep videos anymore, we'll just start calling these videos part one, part two, and part three. Anyways, welcome to part two of our Stitch Upon a Time Calista bra, top, tunic, dress. This pattern has it all. So many different lengths, so many different styles. I mean, it is awesome. And I cannot wait to see this one finished and what everyone else makes. It's just going to be so fabulous. So a couple of notes. First things first, straps make me incredibly nervous. I don't know why, but every time I do straps, I royally mess them up. So I'm really hoping that doesn't happen this time. But I am asking that you just give me a little patience and grace as we work through this, because I'm probably I'm uber nervous, like especially nervous even more. My nerve level when I do straps is normally, or stress level is like normally like here, but since I'm doing it on camera, it's like all the way up here because I'm like, oh, I can't mess this up. But for some reason, straps and I just do not get along. So be patient with me. There's going to be a lot of stopping and thinking and reading instructions because I've already read them like 10 times, read them until my eyes went cross. But I'm a visual person. I need to get my hands in it. I need to get started in it. And then things start to click. And you'll kind of notice I I was reading in the instructions and I was like, okay, I can do this. And I started doing it. And I'm like, oh, wait, I'm supposed to be doing this on camera for so long. Stop. So I started just a little bit, but I'll go over that. And then we do it on another side. So it'll be okay. I promise. Note number 2. Last video, I was like, I'm a rebel. I'm not going to baste this. It doesn't need to be basted. No way. I can do this. Like basting. I hate basting. Bad idea. If you did not baste your main and lining together, stop this video and do that now. Because we need to add this fold over elastic to the Calista, and we need to make sure it gets both the lining and the main fabric. And especially if you're using like knit fabric, slippy, fabric that tends to be a little bit more slippery, you are going to want to baste it because your layers are going to move and adjust, and fold over elastic has such a small wiggle room of error. So just go through, baste it real quick. I promise, quick and easy. I did it, and I am grateful that I did, because if I did not, it was going to be a nightmare. All right, next up, what we need to do is we need to take our fold over elastic, and we're going to fold it over, sorry, my handy dandy seam ripper was used already. And I'm like, eek. Okay, so let's add this camera in. All right, so we need to take our fold over elastic, and we need to line it up with a 1/2 inch overlapping our side seam here. So we're going to line that up and clip it. And then we're going to fold it over so that wrong sides are together. So usually on fold over elastic, you can tell which is the wrong side and which is the right. The wrong side will be flat, and the right side will have kind of like a shimmer to it or a design to it. Kind of depends on the fold over elastic you have. The next thing is, if you cut your elastic using the cut chart and not the pattern pieces, you are going to want to pull your pattern out or up if you're using a projector, and check out those pieces, because the elastic pieces have notches marked on them, and we need that notch because we need to line that notch up with our shoulder strap here. And those are going to be our 2 points for where our elastic needs to go. And then we just need to go through and fold over our elastic over the rest of the raw edges, making sure that it's stretched out evenly around. So you're going to want to pin quite a bit or clip quite a bit, because you want to make sure you're that it's stretched evenly, but that also you're getting it nice and that you're encasing your raw edges on both sides. And then what we need to do is we need to use a regular machine. We're going to use a stretch stitch. I prefer to use the lightning stitch on this because my hair was sticking up a little bit. I'm like, oh no. With the zigzag stitch, I think that one would be okay too. It's just going to be a little bit bigger. So that'll help catch if like it's not exactly caught, if it's not exactly in the middle, folded over right at that raw edge. The triple stretch though, I think is just going to be too tricky because you're going to go back and forth and back and forth. So I would definitely stick with lightning or zigzag on this one. And we just need to make sure that we're sewing right along the edge of our fold over elastic and that it's catching both raw edges in it, and that also we're stretching it as we go so that it's nice and evenly stretched, and that we're only sewing from the two notch points, which I just lost it because this stuff hates me. Okay. It keeps wanting to, my clips just don't want to stay put. So when I go to stretch on it, unfortunately, I'm going to have to use a pin, which is not going to be good for me. Okay. See if we can get that to stay now. Okay. The clips were just not wanting to stay. They were like sliding all over the place. And I need this to be nice and sturdy. So, okay. So we're going to sew from the seam where we overlapped 1/2 inch. So our first notch to the notch at the top there using our zigzag stretch stitch. We're just going to make sure it's stretched nice and folded over so it's encasing those raw edges. I can already tell I'm like uber concentrated. I'm going to pull my pin out. All right. So we did it. Looks like some of it could have been a little bit closer. But okay, so here's the lining side. So you can see it's all encased. I used a gray because I didn't have a black bobbin, and I was like, that's okay. And then here's the main side. So the fabric edges, the raw edges are now encased in our fold over elastic. So I might have to go back through a couple of spots Just make sure it's good, because my stitch was not even at all. I get so nervous, and actually, I'm sorry, I'm gonna chew a piece of gum. Otherwise, I'm gonna be chewing on like my lip, my mouth, because when I concentrate, I have to. For some reason, I just have to chew on something. So I apologize. I should have done this earlier, but I was hoping I wouldn't need it. All right. Now we just need to do it to the other side. Same thing. We don't need this clip there anymore. All right. We're going to come to the other side here. I don't know when. Okay, I did put that pin back. I'm like, I don't know what I did with that pin. It's going to haunt me later. It's going to come back and jab at me. So we need to overlap by 1/2 inch at our seam. So we'll go to that side seam, make sure 1/2 inch is overlapped, and then I'm going to actually use a pin for this one too. And then just pin that right in place. And then we're going to take another pin and line up the notch on our elastic with the seam for the top of the bra strap. And then we're just going to go through and make sure it's all folded over. So stretching it evenly, I'm going to find the middle and then just kind of, I'm going to get poked. I hate using pins. They always stab me. But, okay. All right. And then just like our other side, we're going to sew. It got me. I didn't get the back of the elastic. There we go. That should hold better. We're just going to sew using a stretch stitch, going from notch to notch. So pin to pin. So, or seam to seam. Okay. I know you're not supposed to sew over pins, but I'm going to, so sorry. Okay, just making sure we've got those raw edges in case. Oh, it got me. And that we're just stretching the elastic so it's nice and evenly. I remember I took a quilting class once, and the quilting instructor was like, or the teacher of the class was like, quilting's so easy. You just have to sew in a straight line. And I was just like, I can't sew in a straight line. I don't know why. It's like physically impossible for me. But that's okay. I get as close to straight as I can. think I missed some of it, but hopefully not. Okay, going right to that seam. All right. Yeah, I missed a little bit. I was worried about that. Okay. So I'll have to go back through a little bit later. I just missed a little tiny bit there. I told y'all, these straps, for some reason, we just don't get along. But it's okay. It's on the lining side, so just going back through and getting it will be a-okay. All right. So next, pull the back straps through themselves so they are wrong sides out and on the inside of the bra. Okay, so it looks like they're talking about these pieces here. We're going to pull them so that they are right sides together. Okay. Cross the front straps and tuck them in. It looks like we are maybe supposed to stretch or close these all the way. I didn't think it said that though. Making sure that your stitch is close to the ends of the elastic. Okay, yep, we're just supposed to finish sewing this all the way closed. So let's just go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to go back through and try and get this little bit that I missed while I'm at it. I just got to get it really close. So I'm actually going to switch it to a zigzag and have it go right up all the way over the edge. All right, so we're just going to fold our fold over elastic all the way over, starting at the top. We're just going to completely make sure that it's closed. My machine is like, no, thank you. Come on, friend. You can do this. I might have to use that tissue trick. Okay. One thing I read is when something like this happens, we'll see if this works. Leave a long tail. And then start it so that you can pull the tail if you need to. There we go. I was like, oh no, this isn't good. I think I do prefer, now that I'm doing it, I think I am going to prefer the zigzag stitch even over the lightning stitch. At first, the reason I was like, let's do lightning stitch is because the lightning stitch isn't such a big stitch, so it looks more like a straight stitch. So I was like, lightning stitch would be great. But now after doing it, seeing the zigzag stitch, knowing the margin of error is slim. I think zigzag stitch is going to be the way to go. And if you use coordinating colors, it actually isn't bad at all. I'm getting right up on the edge. I'm going to go slightly over where I missed that. Oops. I'm button. I was telling it to go forward, and the machine was like, I can't do that. Okay, I caught most of it. Not quite all of it, but that's okay. All right, so same thing on this other side now. The second time around, I'm actually going right up on the edge so that the stitch goes over onto the fabric just a little tiny bit. You can't see it on the actual garment, but what it's doing is it's getting right on that edge, and it's going to make sure everything is good and secure. Man, this Lux is like a sewing dream. My sewing machine usually, like my regular machine, usually hates double brush poly, but not a single problem with this. Well, I shouldn't say it hates double brush poly. I think it actually, double brush poly is like its favorite snack. Every time I use double brush poly on this machine, it eats it. But this Lux is amazing. All right. Whew. Oh, that's so much better. Love it. Okay, so now our straps are closed. Going back to our back, we've got our back pieces inside out, so right sides together. We need to cross the front straps and tuck them into the opposite back strap. So what I believe we need to do is take our left strap and we're going to put it in side of our back strap. So we're just going to tuck it up in there. All the way, friend. Don't be shy. Okay, so we're going to tuck that strap in there. And then I'm just going to kind of, what I want to do is I'm going to pin it in there. And then I'm going to flip it to make sure it's right. So we've got right sides out, straps in there. Perfect. Gorgeous. Yay. Okay. And now we need to do the same thing to the other side. So we're going to take this strap and or the right strap, and we're going to cross it over and inside and put it right in to that other back strap. Okay, so now let's flip them both right sides out just to make sure everything's right, because you never know if I twisted something up, or, which I think I did, because they're wanting to go under. Okay, take two. Okay, so let's pull our straps out. Make sure our back is straight and lined up here with our front. We'll do wrong sides together. Oh man, I missed a chunk here. Up at the top too. Okay. All right, and we are going to now put left strap along, so the wrong side of the strap along the lining into our back strap on the right. So the right back strap. Okay. And then we're going to cross the right over the left and slip it into the back strap of the left side. So they're going to form an X. And we'll clip that, and then let's pull. Okay, that's perfect now. I think what I had done is I kind of twisted things around and was like, meh. Okay. Now we need to sew them together using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I'm going to use my serger for this. I'm not sure that I should, but I'm going to. So move this out of the way. I'm sure we'll need it again, so I don't want to put it away just yet. And then we'll pull this out. We're just going to sew a 1/4 inch to attach that elastic to that back strap. Okay, and then same thing on this other side here. Okay. And it says to clip the corners, so if you use your regular sewing machine, clip your corners. Okay, next, pull the strap right side out. And then it says try on the bra and make sure you are happy with the strap length. I'm not going to do that because YouTube would be quite scandalized. So we're just going to move forward. If you do need to take in room though, it's going to be a pain in the butt, but you have to remove the stitching. You could probably even just do it from that back strap. It's going to be easier than doing the whole thing. Just remove the stitching from the back strap and then pull it in a little bit tighter and still use just a 1/4 inch seam allowance. But that's going to be the best way to do it. But these are the nicest straps I've ever made. I love it. Okay, now fold the end of the neck elastic 1/2 inch towards the wrong side. So here's our neck elastic. We need to fold it in 1/2 inch towards the wrong side. So here's my, we're going to just fold it so that wrong sides are together 1/2 inch. And pin in place. Fold the bra. Oh, we need to do it on the other side of the neckband too. Sorry. Okay. Now, fold the bra and the neck elastic in half and mark the fold of the elastic in the neck at the front of the pin. So we're going to fold our elastic in half. And here's my halfway point here. So we'll mark the halfway point with a clip. And then we're going to fold the bra in half. And mark the neck, the halfway point of the neck at the front of the bra. Okay. So then we're going to align those half points. There's so many points. Align the pins on the elastic and bra and pin together. The elastic should be folded around the raw edge of the bra with wrong sides together. So here is our halfway point. I'm going to pin it. Okay. And then next, align the notch on the elastic strap with the corner of the bra strap. So there's a couple of notches here, but this is for the first notch that's towards your middle is the one that we're working with. So we're going to align that notch with the bra strap. We're going to use another handy dandy pin that's going to want to stab me. Okay. And then the same thing now with our other side. So we're encasing those raw edges in the fold over elastic. So we're folding the elastic wrong sides together over the raw edges of our top. Okay. Stretch the elastic to fit the neckline and pin the two together frequently. So this one doesn't need quite as much stretching as the other one did. But we're just going to stretch it so that the elastic is nice and even. And we'll clip it. Arrange the bra straps in a woven fashion. A woven fashion. Okay, so I think I get it. So we're going to weave them. All right, so this will go under this. I don't know. It wants me to weave it, but I'm like, okay, if it goes over this and under this, that's kind of a woven fashion, right? I think that's woven. Over, under. Oh, but then this needs to go over this, right? Over, under, over. That's woven. Yeah. Sorry. All right. Pin the ends of the elastic to the bra at the side seams. But we had to fold it over 1/2 inch. Does it? I wonder if this other one goes over top of it. That's going to be very bulky. I would imagine that we just go 1/2 inch and then the other side goes 1/2 inch over it. I don't know why we had to fold it over 1/2 inch. Because I feel like I would have rather. Oh, okay. I think I get it. Okay. The 1/2 inch that we left over, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it over now. Maybe we were supposed to do that already. I don't know. But making sure that this isn't turned around, I'm going to put this notch here on this back notch and pin that. And then we're going to have this folded over the 1/2 inch, and it is going to now fold over. It's going to now go to the seam, so it'll overlap that other 1/2 inch. Give us a nice clean. Hopefully give us a nice clean. I've got fuzz in my mouth. A nice clean there. Meet up there. Okay, and then the same thing with the other side. We're going to match, making sure nothing is twisted. Match the back notch to the back corner here. Make sure this is folded down, and then fold this over top so it goes right to the seam. That's bulky, 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 bulky. All right, so now we've got a big bundle of clips and pins. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to pick a spot to start at. I'm going to start at one of the sides. We're going to sew from the side seam down to that corner, and then we're going to make sure these straps are enclosed. And we're going to sew up the strap on to the shoulder, down around the neck, down the other strap. I went the wrong way. It's okay. Down the other strap and then down back onto the garment. So we don't need this. I know. I told y'all, straps stress me out. But we got this. All right. We're going to have to make sure we stretch as we go to make sure everything's nice and even on there. Okay, so starting right at this seam, what we should have is we should have the one piece. I'm not going to fold it over. It's going to be so bulky and I can't even. So I'm just going to overlap them 1/2 inch. So they're going to be overlapped 1/2 inch. It's not going to be pretty, but it's underneath my arm, so nobody should be looking at it anyways. Like, excuse me. No. Personal space. If you want to smell my armpit, you're going to have to buy me dinner. Erg. Once we get it started, it's going to be okay. It's just getting it started is going to be a pain. All right. Arg. Like, no thanks, friend. I don't want to do this. Me neither. But we have to. I'm sorry. I think hem tape here would be really helpful because you could just tape the elastic on. But like Wonder Tape. I think I've got it now. By George, I think she's got it. I hope so. Okay, so we're getting right up to that notch. I can already tell I'm starting to slip off the fabric. This FOE is killing me. Got it off. So now that we're on the strap, we're just going to make sure the strap is folded over in half and that wrong sides are together. Okay. Now we're getting to the front strap. We just need to make sure that it's right sides, or that the raw edges are encased again. And that we're stretching it to fit. Hey, have I mentioned that straps stress me out? I'm just sitting here going, why did I decide to do this? Why? Why did I do this to myself? So again, we're getting up onto the strap here. Take my pin out. Okay. See, this one's going nice. Okay, and then again, just making sure this the fold over elastic is wrong sides together. I'm just going to sew right down the strap. This is all kinds of twisted up. There we go. Okay, so making sure that corner is nice and enclosed. We're getting onto the back part. So again, just making sure that those raw edges are encased in our fold over elastic as much as possible. Oh, come on, friend. Don't do this now. Thank you. Like, we're so close. Okay, now I'm getting to the part where the two halves meet. And I'm just going to do like the other side. I'm going to unfold it actually and just have it overlap that last little bit because it's stressing me out. I should have just kept going. Never stop. Okay. So this needs to be folded over and then this goes over that, and hopefully we can encase all the millions of things. Erg, there's so much. Okay, and then just finishing that up. Tuck that in. Just wanted to fly away on me. Okay. Whew, I think we did it. I missed part of it. So here's my take on this. My 2 cents for this. Let's look at our strappy back here. Super cute strappy back. I've got to fix that area. Here's my take on this. The fold over elastic, I don't know if I used the wrong size fold over elastic. It's very possible. My fold over elastic is 1/2 inch, and I'm pretty sure it says it calls for 1 inch fold over elastic. So that's probably my biggest mistake with this, is that I didn't use the proper fold over elastic. If you have 1 inch fold over elastic, then you've got 1/2 inch on either side. I have 1/4 inch on either side, and it is nearly impossible. I mean, I'm sure someone can get it, but this 1/4 inch elastic, it's kind of a nightmare to get on and make sure you're getting 2 layers of fabric underneath it. And so if it was me and I didn't have the correct length of fold over elastic, if I was doing it again, I would actually just make binding. Double, like, what is it called? Double folded binding. That's probably what I would do if I were doing this again and I didn't have the correct size fold over elastic. But with that being said, the way that this is put together, the straps go on it perfectly. Like, look at this back strap here. So I'll hold it up here even. the way that you put it in, it's perfect. You know, it has a really nice look to it. So that's really my only kind of like, I don't like that, is this FOE. I don't know if it's, like I said, I don't know if it's the wrong size. I think it said to use an inch. But then when I put it on the projector file, it was the same size, same width. Let's see if it says it anywhere that I can find pretty quickly. FOE, it just says FOE. Let's see, supplies, maybe. Pattern options, sizing, featured in fabric requirements, maybe size 5 or page 5. Let's look at that. Maybe that'll tell me. Okay, yeah, 1 inch wide fold over elastic. And I don't think mine was 1 inch wide. I'm pretty sure mine was 1/2 inch. I don't have any more right on top of me. So that's probably why I was having such a difficult time with that, is just because it wasn't the correct width of fold over elastic. Had it been 1 inch, it would have been a lot easier to catch some of those pieces that were slipping out. But even with that said, it made a great looking thing. The biggest one is that this is on the main fabric, and I missed like 2 inches right there because that fold over elastic where it, I'm talking to this camera and I don't even have it on anymore. Right here on the main fabric, there's about 1.5 inches, 2 inches gap where I missed the main fabric. And that's where, though, that one side of the fold over elastic from the side strap and then the fold over elastic from the neck strap, they overlapped, and it was just too much for my machine. It was not loving it at all. And it looks like I missed another piece right here. So definitely use the correct size fold over elastic. That's my biggest take from this. But all said and done, the straps weren't terrible. I mean, it took us a while, but we did it. They don't look awful. I wish I hadn't missed those pieces. You know, there's a few pieces where it's just like, herg. And I'm going to have to go through. What I'm going to do actually is go through with my top stitch machine and get it right on that edge. And that'll help with those spots that I missed just along the bra portion of it. Okay, so with that being said, I think we're done for today. It's been about an hour. It's crazy. But tomorrow should be super simple. We're just going to put the shirt pieces together, and then we'll have to attach the elastic. I'm not sure if I still need the elastic if I'm doing the shirt, but we'll figure it out. And then we'll be done. So tomorrow will hopefully be a little bit better than an hour. But I will see you then. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me. I know I was going to try to start editing the videos a little bit to take away the portions where I'm actually sewing so that it shortens the videos. But I am very technology challenged. So it's taking me a little longer to figure it out than I would like. My Photoshop or Premiere Elements, Adobe Premiere Elements or whatever. And we're starting a new relationship, and like any new relationship, it's a bit rocky. So just be patient with me. I promise we're going to start to transition to those videos here pretty soon. That's why the sew along videos for our last sew along, which I'm drawing a complete blank for. Whatever our last sew along was. Why can I not remember it? It was super great and easy. Oh, the Sinclair Valley knit skater dress. Oh, I can't believe I forgot that. That was my I wear it all the time. Anyways, that's why those sew along videos have were so late getting put up, just because I was attempting to edit them, and I just had, you know, between life and doing everything else I had, it just kind of was pulling my hair out trying to figure it out. So be patient with me. We are going to eventually transition into the shorter videos. I'm also going to try and figure out how to add chapter marks to these. So be patient, hang in there with me. We'll get there, I promise. But thank you for joining me today. And I will see you tomorrow when we finish up our Calista. Bye.